So here's a question. What do these people have in common? Anybody know? What all of these people have in common is life wasn't sweet. They didn't get it right the first time. They overcame adversity in order to be successful. And so this resilience program, I say, I always start the resilience program with this kind of thing, is let's have a think about people who have overcome resilience. I want you to think about, how would you define resilience? What does it mean? So resilient people have strong resources, and they have the skill sets to manage stress and conflict. They have a good support network to help them deal with pressure. They're also flexible, adapt to new and different situations, learn from experience, are optimistic, and ask for help when they need it. So those are all those people that you saw before have all been able to do with this. And it's actually interesting in our own lives, isn't it, to think about people that we know. There are some people who seem to be very good at coping with difficult, stressful situations. And there's some people who kind of like tend to not recover so quickly when they're knocked down. Now, it's not good, bad, or, today we're not talking about making judgments on people, but it's how do we give people the skill sets to be able to bounce back? Once they're knocked down, how do we get them to build back? When I was younger, like when I was about 6 or 7, there was a toy called Weebles, and they were like an egg shape, and they were weighted at the bottom, and you could like knock them and they like wobble around, and the strap line for them was Weebles wobble but they don't fall down. And so really I see resilience as that we wobble but we don't fall down. So what are the things that we need in order to build that resilience? So this program basically steps through, really simply, the steps to focus on to build resilience. So one, really important, self-esteem. What do we believe about ourselves? And how do we silence the inner critic? Because most of us get knocked over by ourselves, not other people. We get knocked over by that inner voice telling us that we're rubbish, we can't do it, oh, nothing will ever change, you're always going to be like this. We've got an inner critic that we need to deal with. So we have a look at self-esteem. We have a look at improving communication to be able to influence, to get things done more simply. We look at gaining perspective, the value of optimism, the necessity of building and valuing your skill set and always seeking to learn, having that growth mindset. Really important, having a vision for the future. And I think all of us as human beings go through dark times. And I think you will agree with me that what brings us through those dark times is a light at the end of the tunnel, having something to work towards. Doesn't matter, I'm not there today, but I know that I'm working step by step, slowly, day by day, in really difficult times, minute by minute, towards that light at the end of the tunnel. So having that vision for the future that can draw you towards that future and keep you going. And we look most importantly in this, ways of coping with stress.